I'm going to go ahead and blame him for the wind that's going on out there right now.
Good.
Boy, do we ever have it. We've got a couple of days worth of wind. Notice this afternoon as well as Thursday afternoon, windy conditions prevail. The difference being today we should wind up a little bit warmer than tomorrow, but that's going to hedge a lot on whether or not these clouds get out of here. I've actually been surprised by the length of time that the cloud cover has actually hung around throughout much of the area, but I'm not surprised by this. I knew the wind speeds were going to go up. We talked about a couple of parts of the state that are under high wind warnings, one being the west central parts of the state. That'll include Gallup. And you see Gallup's winds right now 31 miles per hour, and throughout just about all of northeastern New Mexico. And here we're seeing winds 20 to 30, maybe even 35 miles per hour sustained. So far so good though in the Albuquerque metro, sustained at only 8 miles per hour. But all around us the wind is really starting to whip it up. The wind gusts really give you a more visual, more realistic look, that is, visually as to what's going on. 56 mile per hour wind gust in Gallup. They're going to go higher. We're not done yet. 51 mile per hour wind gust in Tucumcari. Once these clouds scour out of the area, that's going to help heat things up a little bit. And that too is going to lead towards an increase in some of those wind speeds out there. Look at that. The entire state under red flag warnings right now, indicating very high fire danger. And boy, when it comes to wind advisories and high wind warnings, we've got them all over the place. So bear with me on this one. See these darker shades here, north central, northeast parts of the state? You probably have to follow my finger just so you know just what we're talking about. That's the area of the state that's under the high wind warning until 8 o'clock this evening. Same story goes out here to the west, high wind warnings. But then once you drop into, say, the central parts of the state around Albuquerque, winds won't get quite as strong. We're still talking 40, 45, maybe 50 mile per hour gusts in the metro, but that puts us at the wind advisory category. So an advisory, lower level winds, lower wind speeds, that is, high wind warnings, of course, the higher wind speeds out there. And it's all because of this big jet stream that's working on top of us. So there are your areas of strongest winds today, tonight. We're going to shift those on down towards the south, over the south and central parts of the state. And again, we could be looking at wind gusts in excess of 70 miles per hour in some cases. So I put some of the gusts on here as we go from one region to another. Northwest Plateau gusting to 60 this afternoon, gusting to 50 in the southwest, but these numbers will go up tonight. Keep in mind that little blue box only represents the afternoon conditions and not the overnight areas. Really going to keep an eye on Ruidoso. You could get hit hard by the winds later tonight, but all of southeastern New Mexico, despite the warmth, will have a really tough day when it comes to the wind, and there your 60 mile per hour wind gust in the northeast, as well as throughout some of the northern mountain areas. So what a windy day we've got going. Actually, we've got a couple of windy days, and that could be followed by a couple of wet days. So when the wind goes away, the rain could set in. I'm just the bearer of all sorts of good news, am I not? Well, here's the way the numbers look today. I'm still optimistic that we'll break free of the clouds and warm things up, but I definitely see the wind staying with us basically for the entire day. More wind for us tomorrow. We start a cooling trend by Friday, overcast in the 50s with rain, but by Friday it won't be there.